Well, what do you know? First time ever, all we do is play Flint Flossie music. It's been good for everyone. I think Flint Flossie's been incredibly popular, but YouTube is now saying no. They're saying, we're not going to let you stream Flint Flossie music anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. Frankly, I feel kind of let down. I feel like I don't think I can come up with content if I'm not allowed to play Flint Flossie music. But we're back. I was worried. I thought maybe we got struck. I thought maybe we got a copyright strike. But no, this is something else. They just said, hey, please stop streaming that shit. They said once you stop streaming that shit, you can stream again. So we said, okay, and that is indeed what we did. We stopped. So we are back. Thank you so much for coming back on. Snake Eye says, get Flossie on. Now I'm afraid to. Dale's here. Charlie's London is here. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
It's not based. Those of you who are congratulating YouTube for not letting us play Flint Flossie anymore.
You know what I think it was? I think it was all the people who are upset that you're not reading super chats.
You think so?
But Dan, but why would they get him taken down so he definitely can't read them?
I let everyone down all the time. And I don't understand why this time is any different. Mr. Donks is happy. He says, based YouTube. Anchor Fist is here. Can't stop, won't stop. We will never stop. This is part of what we do here. Justice for Flossie says, Brian. Matchy says, you ever make your own pies? How's your baking skills? Not that good. I gotta say, not that good. Andrea said tonight we're watching this cooking show, and she was like, you'd probably be a very good cook. And I said, no, I wouldn't. I would never be a good cook. That's for women.
Girls are great at that.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I do love my kitchen.
Of course.
My kitchen, when we moved into our apartment, that was the one room that was designed. Jan designed it for me, and I was very happy. My kitchen is a 1940s themed kitchen, and it's got proper 1940s like things up on the wall and stuff. And I love my kitchen. I'm a very old-fashioned girl, though. I like to cook. So,
oh man, kitchens! Don't get me started on kitchens.
Tell us, Dale. What about kitchens?
They're great places, Love kitchens. Those places you go to get your food?
Yeah.
Those are great.
People are theorizing that it was the Never-Ending Story video that got hit. People are they don't care about Flint. They care about Lamal from Kaja.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I thought it might be that, actually, because it was very quick if it was that. I think it's the I don't think so. It could have even been the Kanye thing, though, that got shown at the beginning.
I mean, Flint's never been a problem. I'm actually deeply concerned that if it is Flint Flossie, we can't play Flint Flossie songs ever again. I don't think I'm prepared for that. Because Flint Flossie is a communal experience. It's not like you should be watching him in a solitary way. It's fun to enjoy with others.
Yeah, I watch it solitary too. I sit in my garage in the dark at night sometimes.
Let me smang it, girl.
Yeah,
shut your mouth.
Smang it, Flossie.
Has he just a question? Has he always been on iTunes and Spotify while you've been playing him on the streams?
Oh yeah, always. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, this music is kind of old. It's from like 2010 to 2014 or something like that. Yeah, Flint is not the problem. He is the solution. Project Stone Poorly says, all right, no Flossie from Mama Susan. Time to revolt. I don't know what to do, guys. We can get the real Flossie on here if you'd like.
I would love that.
That shouldn't be a problem. He would come on here. I've never asked him, but he definitely would.
Well, he's into comics. I was a year ago or so, I was hitting him up and I was like, hey, Flint, we love you. And would you be into doing a comic or something? And he's like, yeah, I kind of think of myself as a comic character and I like comics. He had some like, I don't know, some whatever comic images and stuff, DC stuff on his Twitter too. So he is just so cool. And I've seen his podcast too. And he's entertaining.
He has good advice for people. I watched one of his podcast streams in which he described having sex with a woman he met and pulling a condom out of her.
Ooh. And it wasn't his.
No, it wasn't his. So he,
What was his advice about that?
Don't do it.
Don't introduce her to mom.
Yeah, I don't really know what, you don't really know that that's going to happen to you until it does. But to some degree, you should suspect it, with some ladies. You should be like, I might pull there might be something up there.
No?
Okay.
There's not supposed to be.
Yeah, there shouldn't be, ideally. Tweeter Trash says, Adam is the real human sunbeam. Look at him glow. Why are you glowing so much tonight?
My forehead is getting larger. I think my hair is thinning a little bit. We're worried about that. I've got lights up here brightening up my glowingness. And there you go. The lighting guys.
People are just people are talking about how you're just lighting up the world. And I'm glad you light them up. I'm going to read some super chats from earlier tonight.
Yeah.
I got to catch up with them. There are quite a few of them. And
those super chats are fantastic. And they're always a lot of fun. And they're a big part of the show.
P. Callan said, "Hail the Hog Father." Why would he call me the Hog Father? Don Dalen here, John's brother from another mother, says, OC Steve. Eternal Shadows, thanks for $4.99. Victim HD says, refund Dark Rift, # Whisper Network exposed soon. So let's testify HD, who's got a whole thing going on there.
Testify never stops, I guess.
He's always out there working. Nick Nero says, bought a lot of cool things off eBay and backed you on Indiegogo. Love the work, man. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Nick. OC Steve says, first time for everything. Get Flint Flossie on. Yeah, Peter's Fat says, as long as you stay healthy, that's what matters, you lazy bastard. I mean, love you. I appreciate that. People are very nice. Oh, here's Dan Fraga. Hello, Dan.
Hey, man. What's happening? What's going on?
It's a Fraga kind of night.
He looks like a daddy tonight, right? He looks like a father to his kids. He's not wearing a bunny suit. He's not wearing something weird. He just looks like his little kids are going to go, hey, daddy.
A gritting man shirt,
Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
All
right, you're still an incel with the rest of us.
I loved your suit last week, Dan. I was like, I gotta get.
Oh,
a suit
thanks,
like
man.
that.
Yeah, my fly
Slick.
collar.
Great.
How
Good
you
to see
doing, Dale?
Oh, how's it going? I'm just, chilling out here.
What the fuck voice is that?
He's
Hi,
doing a
Charlie.
new thing tonight.
How are you?
I'm
Mr.
good.
Adam Post.
Fragalicious, baby. Fragalicious.
Yeah, Dale, that was are you ASMRing? What are you doing? What the fuck?
I'm just, having a good time here with my friends.
What the?
That's all he does. Is just lately. Dale is that the real Dale or is that a fake Dale? And I'm getting paranoid.
It's the real Dale. I think there's a lot of dimensions to Dale that we don't all know yet. So this is just a different Dale dimension.
What if it's John Malin pretending to be Dale to just like
Well, actually, it reminds me of something I used to do. It's probably Dale pretending to be John Malin pretending to be Dale. So it's a 3-level.
Yeah. So I was kind of eyeballing your stream. I was finishing up on the Professionals fun show tonight, and I was watching your stream, and I saw me some Smangateria.
Yeah,
we got in trouble for that.
Is that what happened? Oh, you took yours out of the box?
Hell yeah! I'm gonna take them all out of the box and probably,
I still have mine in the FedEx box it came in. Like I'm like, do I open it? Do I leave it alone?
Yeah, like to me, like this is I wanted to look at it and see how I could steal from this in terms of
because you are now Todd's competition.
Yeah,
you're making toys.
You're right about that. Yeah. We'll show this, dude.
Excellent.
It's all about the frog. It is all about the frog. We got to get the frog going. Quality guaranteed.
Quality guaranteed.
Prototype. It's
prototype.
Yeah, it's the prototype.
I know. Crash 9 says I bought a box. Nah, it's it's that anticipation. It's like knowing you could bang the girl. Sorry, but knowing, but not doing it.
Smang the girl.
Sorry, smang
the girl.
Smangateria and not doing it. Just it's that pleasure delay.
That's a mistake.
Yeah,
do it on the spot.
It's true. Well, I'm the same guy who paid $80 for a Yoda in pack and opened it in front of the retailer, not trying to be rude. I just wanted to hold it because I never got one. And there was a kid who had one in 2nd grade, and he had the little orange snake. And I was like, man, that's so cool. And he wouldn't even let me see it. And so when I saw it at a show, I paid $80. I opened it. The guy behind the counter was like, "What are you doing?"
Yoda time.
It's a fucking Yoda time. That's right. It is Yoda time.
Wow, man. I open all my toys. I don't really care. I used to, but it's it's supposed to be you're supposed to open toys. That's what they're for.
It's true. I mean, I opened my other ones, so I got them all over
right.
here.
Let me see here. Where are we? Somebody else just popped in. Oh, it's RT Bear. Hello, Arthur.
I know that guy. I just saw that guy.
We just did a show together. Yeah. I open nothing. All my toys are just in the plastic. I don't open them. I don't play with them. Yeah, a little too old for that, I guess.
This guy's awesome.
Oh.
What do you got there?
This GameStop by my house is closing down, so they had all kinds of stuff on sale. And I was like, well, why is it in a box? And then, of course, I had to take it out, and it's like one of the coolest Dr. Dooms I've ever seen.
Do I have that? That looks like the no. I don't know if I do. No.
Yeah, I do like what Ethan's got. Like I got the wall and those hangers, for the stand, you can just put like a little push pin into the wall, and you can hang up all your toys on the wall.
That's what I got over here.
Yeah,
I got a Stan Lee with he's got Spam with him.
Yeah,
he's got Spam. You want to see?
I'm a big fan of packaging. Like that's why I never take the toys out, because I think the packaging.
I'm gonna do this for you so you can see.
I still got my Spawn funny car in the packaging.
You're like spelunking or something. Why do you have a light to look at the wall in your house?
Okay, do that. Look, okay, you can kind of do it. But look he's got Spam.
Yeah.
Spam Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the other. I like these Marvel classics.
What's Spam Lee? What are you talking about?
Can't see these at all.
Well, because it's my own joke, man. I laugh at my own shit. No, I just thought it was that can of Spam. Parts is parts.
Okay.
I enjoy Stan on that level. I feel like he's not all him. That he's probably manufactured a lot like Spam.
I was on a stream with Art last week, and he was completely blasted, and it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Do you remember that stream, Art?
The vodka. It was vodka. A lot of vodka.
Adam Front. It was after. I think it was after one of your bro streams.
Yeah, so I was drinking vodka with very little cranberry juice, and I lost track of where I was on the bottle, which is very dangerous apparently. And so then when I went on to Adam Friended's show with Adam Post, it was like party on, and I'll tell you, I must have just disappeared off the stream. So I'm lucky. I clicked the leave studio button but I literally I fell on the ground like
we were both like, hope he's okay.
Yeah, and so you guys were like the next day, it's like, Art, are you doing all right? So yeah, I managed to leave the studio before I passed out. And then I managed to crawl over to the porcelain altar, deposit, and then go to bed.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. So I did okay. Yeah. I'm alive still. Yeah.
Why are you mad, Julia D2? People are mad that Trent's not back in. I said to Trent, I texted him. I said, Trent, I'll let you be free. LOL. I know he's got stuff to do. He popped in here, and it's like, I'm sorry, we're streaming all night. If you are somebody who cannot hang until 3 a.m. talking about stupid bullshit, it's okay. You don't have to be polite. I will let you go. You're my friend.
Yeah, it definitely takes some experience of having been on streams to be like, all right, yeah, I'm going to do this for 6-7 hours, no problem.
Yeah, not everybody can hang. That's the thing. It
just takes a while. You got to kind of build up the endurance to do it and know that it's okay to not be perfect and to screw up like I do constantly. So.
Yeah. Oh, she's mad. I'm not reading super chats. Julia D2. I saw her complaining about that. All right, I'm trying to read them. I've been going through them. Let me read some more super chats here. All right, first time for everything. Get Flynn Flossy on. Agent DeCamp says, I'm missing cards P7 and P8. Are they part of a campaign? P7 and P8 they're around. I think you're missing P4 and 5, which are Lily and Chelsin, and I haven't released those yet, but I will. Metal Movies and Brewski says, sign up for Butch Cleaver 2, a gothic gory western. Loch Ness Yoshi says, they're trying to F with my favorite ride, the Haunted Mansion. Louis Fillet says, just got home to find my Cyberfrog trading cards in the mailbox. They look amazing. Thanks, CVS. Oh, Julia D2, there she is. Should have tattooed on the back of Rose's head on your stomach. Oh, should have tattooed the back of Rose's head on my stomach. By the way, how can I get my hands on those toys you're selling? I hear they're good. They are good. I haven't released them yet. I haven't produced them. I'm going to launch a crowdfunder for them soon. But part of the opening of this stream, Dan, was me looking at the Todd McFarlane Spawn toys and being like, how do we do better than this? How do we, and his presentation was absolutely amazing. How do we beat it?
I'm gonna have to watch some unboxing videos, or either that or open mine up. I heard you made some sort of deal.
Whoa!
On no, John, not your deal, your deal
with the devil.
Yeah, man, to be the greatest.
Yeah.
There's a price. I heard that there's
big nasty cold sore.
There's going to be some sort of reveal if and when the book hits a number.
Oh, when it hits?
No, there's no if. There's no if.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, I will tell you who the Cyberfrog cover artist is for Cyberfrog 3, and I will show you some artwork from this artist. Wow. I will reveal it when Creed, if Creed.
No, it's a win. It's when.
Well, I mean, if it doesn't get there by 3 a.m., deal's off. If it gets there next week, F that. I'm not going to, it's not just, it has to get there tonight before the closing of funding. We're $97,107, though, which is pretty substantial. We're pretty close. So back Creed. I'd also want to say back Graveyard Shift Volume 3, the exclusive variants. And let's get John Malin up to 6 figures as well. We haven't, this is the whole thing about this. We haven't actually had a 6-figure campaign this calendar year. Sure, some campaigns have hit 6 figures in 2021, but not ones that launched in 2021. So that's what we're trying to do. We've got a few that are right within firing distance. Is that what it? Launching distance? Spitting distance. Alien Alamo is one of them. And Creed and Graveyard Shift Volume 3 all could make it. Now, Snowman is there. I mean, look at Snowman. It's right there. We're at 92,000. But it doesn't count because it launched in December. So technicality, Starblades by the incredible Kyle Ritter. Also just kicking some ass. Just got another backer. But it was launched in 2019. So it doesn't matter that it's a 2 times 6 figures young lady. And then, of course, there is... let's see, Charlie's London, which is very, very close right now to hitting 50,000. Very close. You just got another couple of backers there.
Thank you, everyone.
And it's good. Wait, I got to hold on a second. Let me see one thing. I'm so glad I did that. I almost doxed a bunch of people. Okay. I was like, wait a second. Before I click on Rainbow the Brute, let me just, okay. And I was right to do that. Can't trust myself at all. Rainbow the Brute. Yeah, I had it. I was looking at people's item report here. Rainbow the Brute is $411,405. We're selling these executive briefcase editions. And right now, because we got to 400,000 and beyond, we are going to make this pencil topper a bloody, filthy unicorn head that you spear right through the neck. That is in production right now. So hooray. Other people are saying, let's make some PVCs. We're thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. If we get to 500,000, let's talk Rainbow the Brute PVC. But I mean, we're a long way away from that right now. We're like, 411,000. So I'm not sweating it at this moment.
When you say PVCs, how big would that be? Not like Salamandroid size or anything.
Well, no. Rainbow the Brute would be, I would make them kind of small, I think. I'd make them a small PVC toy, like one of the Smurf PVCs from the 1980s.
Cute.
I think
it would be cute.
Yeah. You need some plush with this campaign.
We could do a plushie.
It would be nice to have something like that Smurf size format, like so that almost any Comicsgate cool character could contribute to that, like and function, be part of a set somehow.
If you did the Mighty Max Polly Pocket thing where it was like a little something like, and you open it up and it's
exactly what I was just thinking about.
Yeah, the play set, and the PVCs only have to be like that big, and it's just like a clamshell that opens up and has a world inside of it.
Sounds like you're describing a woman. You know what I mean?
There are worlds inside. There are worlds inside of a woman.
There are many worlds inside. Yes.
Very poetic. I really I like that.
It's true.
Beautiful.
Dan's on fire.
Yes. So anyway, let me get back to reading super chats. That's where we are right now. And if we do get there, I will show people, I will tell people all that stuff, but I don't want to get people mad at me. Julia D2 basically wants me to tattoo the back of Rose Tico's head to my belly so it looks like she's blowing me. And that's what she's saying. And I'm saying, boy. Let's see. Peter's Fat says, Ethan, tell Dan about Disney's new non-consensual island. Kids free.
What?
Disney's new non-consensual. He spelled consensual in an interesting way. Kids free.
Consensual.
I don't understand.
Lethargic Luminary says, I think you meant Dan Shaheen, not you.
Oh, okay.
This is earlier in the night.
Oh, okay.
Scary.
Yeah. Cloud9 Ninja says the Peloton will keep you healthier than an experimental genetic treatment for a 99% survivable virus, Pie Man. Lethargic Luminary says, got my hoodie beanie hat today. Fantastic quality. Thanks, Easy E. 200 Watt Studio says that key isn't big enough for Madonna to even feel it. Emperor J Bama fan says it's a small EVS, a song never sung. Max Santiago says we need more writers in Comicsgate.
We're working on it.
Yeah, what do you want me to do about it?
Wait, you mean just writers? What do they mean by that?
He means like more writers that are Comicsgate. But more, we got Mark Polton. He's cool.
I like Mark Polton.
Very cool.
Put him to work more.
Writers are artists. We have a monopoly on that. Yeah, and that's something to be proud of.
That's part of the dream too, is writing your own stuff,
Right. Yeah.
We could make Mark Polton into the Eric Weathers of writing. It's like Mark Polton's just writing everything, because he's our one writer.
Yeah. Nobody has that kind of hair, though. Only Eric Weathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We could recruit Philip Diaz. I think he would be.
I was watching Pulp Fiction the other day, and when they go to Eric Stoltz's house and he's eating that fruit brute, and crank call. I could have swore it was Eric Weathers sitting in that chair.
Yeah. Very similar looking. You're right about that. Red hair Jesus, Ginger Jesus.
Ginger Jesus.
That's Eric Weathers, Ginger Jesus.
Yeah.
Take some money and go to the ophthalmologist, says Alberto Bonsanto. Joe Catapano says, all caps future looking brighter every day. Best of luck to Creed tonight. My book Star Circuit is also closing in a few days. Please check it out. Draco 51683 says, hey, EVS, I got a second set of subscriber cards in the mail today. Would you like me to ship it back? You paid me $5 to tell me that, to be honest.
Wow.
Think about that. Like, no, Draco, please keep them. It's okay. If it's our mistake, it's our mistake.
Comicsgate fans are the best.
I agree.
Those do have numbers set P7 and P8 in them. I was looking at mine. So maybe connect you with the other person there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Really nice.
BDAD8504 says, I need a Comicsgate cult ring, fatty. I want it to be color choosable. Yes, that's a word. Make it happen. That's when Watch Studio says, Dan Shaheen wants the link. LOL, no, he doesn't. We'll show a little bit. I haven't watched it yet. We'll watch a little bit. We'll EFAP a little bit of the stream that I did not show up to.
Wait,
did you get the Bleeding Fool article? Did you cover that yet?
Yeah, we covered it.
Okay.
I mean, look, that article is interesting. It just says that for some reason, why? Let's talk about that for a minute. I'll get back to super chats. The article itself is kind of, it says, hey, Heather Antos not working at Valiant anymore, which is okay, fine for Valiant. It's good for Valiant. For me, it doesn't mean anything because I don't read Valiant books and I don't care. I don't think anybody does.
Yeah.
Is anybody reading Valiant comics these days?
Probably fewer people after they hired Heather Antos.
Probably.
They look like shit.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to say that, but I mean, honestly, why am I echoing like that?
RT Bear?
Definitely Art.
Wow.
Adam, he didn't even hesitate to throw Art under the bus.
I don't know why I did that too. I don't know.
It was that
I
guy.
love art.
Antos,
What a friend.
the fresh taker.
Yeah, I want to say that, Heather Antos they don't care about comics, these people. They just don't care. And it's a shame because, I don't care about Valiant comics very much. It's never really been my thing. But, there was a time when it was pretty good.
Deathmate.
When Shooter was there, it was good.
Shooter was at Valiant?
Shooter created Valiant.
He did?
Yes. Shooter was the editor. He created Valiant with Steve Mazorsky.
Bob Layton.
I didn't know that. All right, so look, here's the
Adam,
thing.
he's on a warpath today, man.
He's got a lot to say. He's very angry with a lot of people. I don't know why.
Hard already going at you. I'm like, wow.
All right, so anyway, I showed that in the wrong order. This is Valiant Comics. This is Ninjak from the 1990s. And you look at the skill involved in drawing something like this. It's a nice Joe Quesada ripoff style. It's not Joe Quesada, I don't think.
That's not Quesada. That looks like Quesada, man.
Kind of looks like Quesada to me.
Quesada did
with that Alphonse Mucha.
He did the first one.
I think he drew this, and then someone else drew this. That doesn't look like Joe Quesada at all to me.
Everybody looks retarded. I mean, that's Joe Quesada.
In any case, this is you can see the skill level that went into this. Everybody except for John Malin can. This does not meet his standards. But this is Valiant. This is the same character, Ninjak, with Heather Antos when she took over. So this is literally a cover. You think I'm joking about this?
It's horrible.
The interiors are very much the same. I don't know. This is their worst looking book. It is. And they had a couple of other good guys, but a bunch of them left for the Valiant guys' new Bad Robot Company or whatever the heck that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand this at all. I don't know what
looks
this
like
is
a
supposed
fridge
to be.
magnet.
I mean, it really is like I don't even know what to say about this. This is like, hey, if you pay me, hey Ethan, you have 2 seconds to draw a Ninjak. You might come up with this. Like, hey, you've got, let's have a contest. Let's do a 10-minute comic book cover, and then you might come up with this.
It looks like the Cartoon Network version of Ninjak.
Yes.
That is what you did with Green Lantern, though. You just filled in all the blacks.
Oh, black, sure. Yeah, but it looked better and way better than this. This looks like shit. I'm not saying that making this a silhouette is bad. I'm saying this is bad. Right. This is a bad silhouette.
Oh, no, yeah. The character.
Well, the thing is, I can't tell if it's a girl
it
or
looks
a guy.
so retarded, I wouldn't be surprised if this was Joe Quesada's new style.
Yeah. It looks like a Muppet.
Is this supposed to be a man or a woman? Like, I can't even
curves, man. Those shapely thighs.
What's going on with the perspective in the back on the side of the page, the edge of the page, though? Is this an upshot? Like
it's a disaster in every single way.
The belt is too high.
Yeah,
I mean, is there do editors work there? Like,
yes, Heather Antos works there. So that's the whole thing. So Heather leaving Valiant only makes me want to read Valiant comics more. Which is right now 0%. I don't care if she's there or not. But the article in Bleeding Fool had this to say about all of that, and it sounded a lot more optimistic than it actually is. It's still incredibly weird, and just kind of proves our point about how these people fail upwards, and they're all protecting each other. Here's what the article said on Bleeding Fool. Exclusive Whisper Network member, that's Heather Antos, departs Valiant. Can't get in at DC. So here's Heather smugly, like, I got big news this time tomorrow. Heather was trying to work for DC Comics, and she couldn't get in at DC, but she was hired at IDW, which is, of course, where Aubrey Sitterson was when he did all his communist anti-9/11 G.I. Joe shit. Chris Rial is still over there. They're all in collaborating together and protecting each other, protecting these SJWs whose entire purpose in life is to make trouble. And that's what she did. So we're, by the way, did I show this again recently? I found the video I did where I exposed Dan Slott's email or DMs to me. I broke a cardinal rule. I told him I would never expose this and I did it on a live stream. I exposed Dan Slott's private DMs to me at the time when the Milkshake Girl incident happened. And the reason why I did that, this was back in 2019, I think I did this live stream and showed them, was because there was a hit piece about Comicsgate in the Miami Herald that had basically gone from, hey, some comic book pros are making fun of women in comics, to comic skaters are sharing pornographic photographs of Heather Antos with each other. Like, it had mutated into that, and it was in the Miami Herald. And I just couldn't take it because I knew the truth, because I had, when Dan Slott and I were still talking, I said, what exactly? He's like, it's too horrible. I couldn't possibly tell you. And I'm like, no, you need to tell me, like, what is it? He's like, promise you won't share this. And I said, I promise.
They're delusional. And
then he shared what it was that was going around. And it was Heather Antos's sweater, a shot of Heather Antos's sweater.
Yeah. It was like a cropped image from a catalog or something like that she posed for in a thing, and it was like it was nothing. It was nothing at all. It's
and
like,
it was one. And the thing about it was that it was one guy who was saying, "Hey, look at Heather's boobies," and then it was a bunch of What they don't talk about was it was a bunch of you guys in the chat, a bunch of comic skaters who were saying, "Knock it off, take that down," to this guy, and he did, but not before SJWs got what they wanted, which was, an image that they could share around and then exaggerate to the media and say that comic skaters were sexually harassing Heather Antos, which wasn't true. And so because I had that, I took photographs of it and I showed it. I proved it. And you haven't heard that bullshit since. At this point, what would that have mutated into 2 years later? What would that accusation have become in the legendary storytelling of social justice warriors who cannot bring drama to comics, but certainly bring drama to real life at the expense of normal people. So anyway, this is Heather Antos. And this article talks about how she did. She, after Tom King went after Jay Lee for drawing a Cyberfrog cover, which is absolutely ridiculous. Tom King was forced to apologize by DC Comics, probably because Jim Lee is friends with Jay Lee. And Jim Lee was like, fucker, you do not talk about, you don't do this to one of our guys. You don't do this to one of our friends. King had to apologize, but Heather Antos never did. Nope, Jay knew. I have the receipts from Jay himself, says Heather. Heather demanding an apology from Jay Lee for drawing a Cyberfrog cover. Bitch, fuck you. Again, fuck you. He can, people are going to draw stuff from me. It's none of your business, and nobody owes you an apology for shit.
Right. Yeah, Jay's just taking a job. He's just trying to put food on the table. That's it,
Imagine that. Imagine being like, hey, do you know what you're doing? Apologize.
Yeah. That's not business. No one needs to be accountable to Heather or any of Heather's friends.
Of course
if they
not.
want work from Heather, they can go pursue Heather. I don't want to work for Heather.
Choice.
No one here wants to work for Heather. So.
No, Heather has the choice to say, you know what, I'm not going to work with you because you worked with you. That's fine.
Yeah,
if
that's
you're an
fine.
editor, you can do that. But to sit there and publicly demand that he apologize and to try to shame him publicly for taking a very well-paying job.
That's mentally ill, and that's disgusting.
It is manipulative. It is evil. It is wrong. Nobody should be agreeing with this, and nobody should be empowering this trollop to do stuff like this. This is an outrage. Well,
she still gets passed around the industry. She goes from one company to the next. People keep hiring her. She's a success story.
It's the same people. It's the same group of people that hire each other and keep each other in business as the comic book industry circles the drain. As nobody is buying comics anymore because, this is what they look like when SJWs can't do this stuff. Oh, it's a ninja. Like they go, oh, it's a comic book about a ninja, and they make fun of it. Like this is making fun of it. They think you're stupid.
That's not even poor execution. That's just deliberately making it look ridiculous.
There's no passion in anything that they do. There's absolute, and I think that's one of the things that brought me over here in the start was I started to see that there was more people buying old comics, like the comic markets here were much more busy than the comic shops, and it's because this crap is what is in them all. Like, it's literally, you know, you cannot compare this to some of the stuff that we're producing, because some, like, there's heart and soul, there's blood, sweat and tears gone into pages in Comicsgate. There's nothing in this. It's a job, and comics shouldn't be a job. I mean, you guys know more than anybody that 15, 20, 25, 30 years ago, it was you had to be at the top of your game to work for these big companies. You'd made it. You were the best of the best. Now it's identity politics. It's just, let's just put the one that ticks the boxes the most in the job. I mean, I'm a woman, as you know, like, no surprises, you know, whatever. But I wouldn't want a job in working in this just because I'm female. And these women don't represent me, and they don't represent all the women in Comicsgate either, because if we want anything, we want to work fucking hard for it, not like these ones.
Well, this exists in place of a comic. Like, a comic has to exist. You know, SJW's job is to come in here and make trouble. Heather's job is to make trouble. It's not to make comics. It's not to promote comics. It's not to do anything but cause trouble. And basically get attention on the internet and attack people and be a social justice warrior. That is her first job. But in order to have that job, a comic book has to exist. And so this is what gets excreted in place of an actual comic book in order for this person and these people to keep their jobs, causing trouble and being nuisances on the internet and trying to ruin people's lives. This is what you get. This is the comic book that you get. IDW, are you in a position? Can you really afford this?
Dude, the excreted. I just imagine just loafing.
Out comes a ninja.
That's what it's like. It's just all right. Now back to work, trying to destroy lives. Here's the comic book. Back to work, doing what we really do, which is trying to destroy people's lives and take down the comic book industry.
I'm in 100% agreement with everybody here, but my cold sore is saying, "You go, girl."
Fuck your cold sore. We disagree. We disagree.
I did have this, like, when I was looking at that illustration, I was thinking, like, if I could just be like a soulless artist and then just be a page rate guy again, you know what I mean? Just be a per page guy and ink that work. I could do 10 pages a day.
Yeah, that's
clean.
A lot of pages.
And, like, if it was just soulless, like, if I could, I can't detach from my work. I never could. You know, I always have to do my best. But if I could, holy shit! If they were paying me, you know, good page rate,
they're not. They're not paying good page rates. They don't have it. See, this is the thing that I started with in the last video. I said these people are in a never-ending decline because, you know, they're hiring incompetent people who are telling terrible stories that insult readers. And so what happens? Inevitably, readers leave. There aren't as many people buying the comics. So because of that, page rates drop. And because of that, the fact that page rates drop, you've got super talented people who can no longer afford to produce their best work. And so because the people who are actually want to try to produce good comics can no longer afford to produce them at the level that they did in the 90s and in the 2000s, the comics suffer. Because the comics suffer, people leave. And it's a spiral. And because people are leaving and fewer comics are selling, these big corporations raise the cover prices of the comics so that they're not losing money on the comics that do sell. And then because the comics price, the tag raises, more people leave and can't afford to buy them anymore. And then page rates precipitously drop again. It's a fucking, it is a never ending downward spiral. And that is why Comicsgate is better. That is why All Caps Comics is better. Because we actually, you know, I'm talking to some of these pros who are great, and I'm going, what are they paying you? And when I find out what when I find out what people are being paid at Marvel and DC right now, it's what I pay to pencil and ink. It's what I pay Kyle to color. It's an outrage. It's a fucking outrage.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
they're paying equivalent to what you're paying for coloring is what they're paying for pencils and inks.
Pencils and inks. Now, ordinarily, colors should be like what an inker gets. You know, so a penciler should get a really high page rate. An inker should get about between 1/3 and a half of what the penciler gets. Usually that's the inker's rate. And so all of those things together, they're not even meeting the same standard that I'm paying my colorist. these people are for hire as far as I'm concerned. The mainstream comic book industry has failed. They have failed talented comic book professionals. And therefore, I say all of them are for hire. And Heather Antos needs to shut the fuck up unless she can produce work, unless she can offer job opportunities to these people that pay them what they're worth. And until then, I don't want to hear any shaming. I don't want to hear people on the internet going, did you know that Comicsgate is a hate group and you shouldn't be working for them? No, we're a hated group by weirdos.
Yeah. Every time you see that, anytime you see criticism of Comicsgate, whether it's from a comics editor or anybody with a social media influence, that is an abuse of power. You are not supposed to be cock blocking people out of work or having people be exposed to your creations. It's not supposed to be.
And they want you to believe as well that it's this Comicsgate is this bubble on the internet that doesn't exist anywhere else. I've got so many friends in real life that text me things that read like they're crying out for Comicsgate. Like they want you to believe that we are this tiny group that don't exist. Most people out there feel the same way we do. It's just a lot of people don't know how to connect to people. Maybe a lot of people still aren't on the internet, all sorts of things, or they don't realize that they're feeling the exact same way. But I know more people in the real world that feel this way than people that like the trash that's being produced.
I still remember this, man. It was Ethan, man, you were the wisest. This was years and years ago. And we were walking to the convention floor together, and you just said, Art, there are more of us than there are of them. Because you just don't know it, because they don't say anything because they're scared. And it was so cryptic. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Does he know something? And then, like a year or so later, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's what he was talking about. If you're a conservative in any form of entertainment right now, you got a target on your back. Yeah.
Well, that's right. I'm a businessman, so I didn't mean to be. I meant to be a frog artist, but it turns out I'm a businessman now. Because people in Comicsgate have entrusted me with hundreds of thousands of their dollars to make comics and to make toys and make fun stuff. I'm not going to misspend a penny of that, and I am going to hire people to do the best work of their careers. And that's what we should be doing right now. You've got people out there who are going, you know what? In the 90s, I was producing work that changed the world, that rocked the comic book scene, that got kids excited. That addicted them to comics, but now I can no longer afford. Look at that, fucking Frank. Is that Frank Miller?
No, it's Jock. It's Jock doing
Frank Miller. Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah, somebody in the chat was like, "Show us your shirt."
Shows that shirt. That's a fucking awesome shirt. But I mean, we got people now who, if they were being paid enough, could do great work, and that's what I feel like. I feel like we need to pump things up around here, and I can sell it. The difference is my entire life is devoted now to selling stuff, to selling my comics. I know the mainstream has forgotten how to do this. I've not forgotten. I'm a carnival. I want to be a carnival barking weirdo if I have to. I want to be out there going buy Cyberfrog. I talk about Cyberfrog nonstop, so that I can get the money to make great stuff, so that I can sell it for more money to hire more people.
And we haven't had a voice like that in comics since Stan Lee and early Marvel.
Yeah, for sure. And there wasn't a bonanza like there was in. Some of us were around in '78. Some of you guys are younger. Some of you are older. Dale wasn't a thought. I don't even think.
I hope Dale's okay.
Yeah, I hope he's okay too.
He's like, talking about me?
I'm a thought. I'm a thought. No, but back in '78, they had Spider-Man come into the mall. They had, and they would tell you buy Marvel Comics. And whenever you saw Stan Lee on anything, he was like, even after he was in Hollywood, he was saying buy Marvel Comics. These guys have, the one that Michael Bancroft did the comic about, where Ethan and Cecil are talking about. They had the opportunity with all of these movies to sell comics, and they didn't.
Well, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to focus on. And we really need to focus on getting out there and pushing comics, selling our comics, and trying to bring more people on board, get people excited. I've got some ideas. I've got some pretty good ideas about how to bring more people on board and at least get them, buying Cyberfrog stuff. It's on you guys. You guys don't work for me. You check
blackjacks and
none
hookers.
of you do.
I'm on it.
No, not blackjack and hookers. That's not where the money should go.
But I like the way you're thinking, John.
Thank you.
It sounds like fun. All right, hold on a second. Let's see where Trent is going here, and we'll see.
Oh, is Trent here?
Trent is trending.
No, Trent.
Upwards.
I let Trent go. I can't rant with Trent here. I can't do it. I don't know. I feel awkward. So I need to be able to yell and scream.
Someone in the chat earlier said that he maybe flagged the stream just so he could dip on out.
That would be so like him. We are at $98,089 for Creed #1, making this book just on the edge of being the first Comicsgate project of 2021 to hit 6 figures. And there will be many more to follow because I'm about to launch some shit. That's going to be fucking awesome.
So we could do this tonight with some help. Yeah.
We could. And then we got Alien Alamo, which is also very close to that. We've got let's see, we've got Graveyard Shift 3 that's very close to that, and Snowman, which doesn't technically count but still should count, is right on the edge of 6 figures as well. So we're on our way to good stuff.
I love the Snowman song in the trailer.
I like it too. Ain't gonna see me coming.
Is that what is that like? That's someone else's copyrighted song, or?
Yes, of course it is. I only borrow from people's copyrighted stuff.
Okay.
Let me see. This is I'm trying to find what the band's name is because I always forget. But do you ever see that show, Justified?
Yes.
Oh.
Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, Timothy Oliphant's Justified. So that band, I love that group. That whole group is amazing. They're called Gangsta Grass, and they take bluegrass and mix it with hip hop. And it's the weirdest thing you've ever heard, but you won't be able to stop listening to it. I said, download Gangsta Grass albums.
Gangsta Grass?
Gangsta Grass here, just like this.
Oh.
So, they did the theme song to Justified, which is one of the most kick-ass songs. It's a great driving song. And they're one of my favorite groups. Also Royal Blood, which I hope you guys are listening to. Those guys are great.
That down too.
Yeah. All right, let me see. EFAP Pulido's Calling All Creators. Malin was right, says Frankie Ramone. What does that mean?
I don't know. I haven't seen this.
Malin always right, whatever, but
yeah, I'm generally right. So if it's a call to arms, I agree, man. Get out there, start making your own stuff. You guys don't have to work for the mainstream. If you do work for the mainstream and you want an out, I can offer you. I got a job opening for somebody out there at Marvel or DC. Contact me. Twitter info right here.
Well, it's like, obviously everyone knows me for what I'm doing now, but I'm not a one-trick pony. I've got so many stories and ideas that I'd love to do. So, yeah, I'd like to be known as a writer of more than just that. I've got so many ideas, but of course I've got to get this one done first because I've got to fulfill this and do my obligations and my backers and all that. But I do have loads of other ideas. I want to be around here for a very long time.
Well, I've seen your ink, so you may have a future there as well.
Well, that's another thing, though, about CG is, there's people on this panel that I've been DMing going, what do you think about this stuff that I've been drawing? And, I would never have had the guts or even the know-how or the connections to be able to do that without all you guys. So, it's positive for everybody if you just get on board.
Chat is killing me. Geode Rockstacia said, John's cold sore is on Twitter right now spouting off about things.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice.
It's got a mind of its own.
It's got a Twitter account?
It's an SJW. I didn't pick it. It chose me.
It's canceling you.
Then I picked it. Yeah.
And then you picked it.
God dang it.
All right. Let's take a look at the. This is now the second time that somebody's asked me to EFAP this Brian Pulido video. We're fans of Brian Pulido. Brian Rickard, by the way, real quick, he says, "Where's Graham Nolan and Cecil?" They're invited. I don't. They have the link. Cecil's in the chat. I don't know why he's not in here. Graham is always welcome, but Graham is working. And then, I think the kind of interesting thing that's happening with Comicsgate right now is everybody's kind of working. I don't know if you've noticed. I've been streaming less. It's not because I am changing my mind about anything. It's because I am working like a dog. I've got all kinds of stuff to do. I'm drawing overnight. During the day, I'm fulfilling packages. I'm going to the post office. I'm making plans, and still managing to be an excellent husband and father.
Wow.
Except for that one time with the raccoons. that was it. That's where I dropped the ball a little bit. And I blame the Jack Show.
Did you ever get that squirrel that was going into your trash can?
I took a few shots at it, Dan, but I couldn't hit it. I got a BB gun over here, and the steps coming out of my office leading to the pool act as a pretty good foxhole for me, because I don't want to be running around the neighborhood, with a what looks like a rifle. People don't know any better than that. So I'm down there and I'm watching the squirrels go in the trash can and run across the yard, but they go fast, and you've only got a split second. Before they're up the tree.
Shoot in front of where they're running to.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm a pretty good shot, but I feel like I'm too far away from them to really break the fur, break the skin.
Well, maybe trick them. Put some trail mix out there.
I thought you were going to say you want to get closer so it felt more visceral, like you put your hand.
I would like to actually see the light go out of their eyes.
Then you come in with a knife. Like Leon, the professional.
It peed on my garbage can lid. I mean, it peed. There was yellow on it. And I was like, that's squirrel urine. And I was like, I do want to choke these squirrels until I see the light go out of their eyes.
Well, one of those little bastards actually peed on my wife. My wife is the sweetest human being on the face of the earth. How could you do that? And she goes out and feeds those things every damn morning. And this is what they do. They poop and pee on you.
I mean, it's kind of a thank you, isn't it?
It might have been a squirrel bet,
Squirrel bet.
I bet you can't piss on
that human.
That human.
How much? 4 nuts.
Yeah.
Four
No,
nuts.
I'll give you winter.
I'll tell you, man, that piss stinks too.
We used to have a sexually obsessed squirrel. Used to always want to come to the bathroom window when someone was having a shower. They mostly called Jan, not me, which was a good thing. But he would look in the shower window and he'd turn his head to try and act what was going on.
Yeah.
You guys have to be careful though when you're talking about this stuff, because someone's gonna clip it and then they're gonna say, "Oh, it's animal cruelty. Oh, you're being cruel to animals and some shit." Kind of like the.
I mean, there's no animal cruelty. I want them to get out of my garbage cans.
Yeah, that's not animal cruelty at all. Like, we have squirrels that were getting into our attic. And they sent we're renting this place, and the property management people sent out an exterminator to get them. He said, I'm going to put traps up in there, and I'll come back in a couple days to get them. And I said, oh, what do you do with them? He's like, oh, they're dead. They'll be dead. Yeah, that's not animal cruelty. They're considered pests.
It's not the animal cruelty itself, Dan. It's talking about it. I shoot animals all the time. But you got to be careful what you're talking about here, because then they're going to clip it like they did with Ethan, and it's going to be trending on Twitter, and then they're going to be like, oh, they're terrible people.
John's cold sore has got a lot of bad stuff to say.
They're just that's their way to fap. They got to have something to fap to.
I just got permission from the artist in question. he's actually watching right now, so that's good. Because we're gonna end up getting to 100,000 tonight, and it's premature. I didn't really want to show people yet, but it looks like we're gonna have to tonight. Exciting. People are gonna know about this artist.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
It's exciting.
If we get there, we still might not. We still might not get there. But holy shit, it's looking like we will.
Mm-hmm.
Right, get this thing ready here, just in case we get there. And I'll give a little talk about it. All right, so let's take a look at. Should we take a look at Billy Tucci or Brian Pulido and his speech?
Yeah, let's see what that's all about.
Yeah, okay. Let's see here. I'm interested in Brian Pulido. I think this guy has a really good strategy, and I admire him. I think people have a lot to learn from him.
You talk about a guy that understands his
now,
body.
wait a second, Art T-Bear. I just hit play, and you. All right, go ahead. Art. Hello. Art.
Oh, okay. I just said you talk about a guy that knows his audience, Brian Pulido.
Oh, okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Very good. Here we go.
Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Brian Pulido, and if you're here for the panel called Calling All Creators, How to Build a Loyal Fan Base from Scratch, you're in the right place. If not, maybe you got to go to another panel. But before I even begin this panel, I want to give you an idea of who the heck am I? Why the heck should you listen to a person like me? So let's get into it, shall we? My name is Brian Pulido again. I am a 30-year veteran comic book
He watches
creator.
my show.
Known.
Yeah.
That expression, I invented that expression.
Yep.
And I love it. Brian, if you're watching, love you, pal.
For being the publisher of Coffin Comics, and I'm going to show you some of the work that we did. So I published the characters Evil Ernie, Lady Death, Purgatory. I have been lucky enough to also publish Megadeth, Insane Clown Posse. Please take in. Been lucky enough to have an animated movie of my character, Lady Death.
Wow.
Been part of a lot of cool projects. I've also been a writer, so I've written Nightmare on Elm Street. Gosh, all kinds of stuff. Texas Chainsaw Massacre for comics. I published Halloween for comics.
I got to get there. I got to get on Brian's level.
Friday the 13th. I wrote the Supernaturals for Marvel. And I've been very, very blessed to create entire universes of comics. So that's one part. Now that's in my past. Now, more recently, I've actually been the publisher of Coffin Comics. And I'll show you some of the Coffin Comics work that we've done. We're actually in our facility called HQ. So yeah, feast your eyes on some of the material that we've done here at Coffin Comics. A whole range of graphic novels with the character Lady Death. And I'm also happy and sort of braggadocious to say we have worked with some of the legends of our industry, J. Scott Campbell, Mark Silvestri, Adam Hughes, Michael Turner, and a host of others.
Did he list our secret artist tonight? Do you think could he have listed our secret artist? Could he have mentioned him? Maybe.
He passed one of my covers. It was on the top row there.
He didn't even mention it. He didn't go Art T. Bear.
I know.
I've done a couple for him. Didn't say my name.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, you're right. Coffin Comics would have been good for your boy Zach's title label because it's Coffin all the time.
Like La Muerta and Hell Witch. Now, you may be looking at the material I produce and say, why should I listen to this guy? This guy's stuff is crazy. It's edgy. It's not my stuff. Well, I'll tell you why you should consider it. I'm a 30-year veteran comic book creator who has been able to passionately make whatever the heck it is that I want.
Yes.
So if you're similar and you have your own path and you have your own stuff that you want to publish, you might want to listen to a guy like me because strangely, I've been able to do it. In this panel, I'm going to show you how you can do it too. So that's a little bit of my background, and that's kind of my disclaimer. It's like you may not want to publish what I publish, and I appreciate that, but you might have your own path and your own journey, and I'm going to show you exactly how to build your fan base from scratch.
This is the part in the speech where I would start talking about the UFO that's coming to take us all away. Like that's
that's how you would build the fan base?
Yeah, I would. Well, I mean, you want like a cultish devotion from the people who are buying your comics. So I'd be like, okay, so I'd be perfectly reasonable and exciting and be like, I'm publishing the comics that I want to. But before I tell you about that, let me tell you about Uatu, who is living in a volcano just south of Hawaii, who is going to emerge and bring us all to the planet Kolob, which is in between Mercury and the sun.
And if you could believe this one thing about this one alien in this one volcano, everything you want can be yours.
Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to help yourself to self-actualize with the alien in the volcano to planet Kolob. We will be transfigured. We will be able to withstand the sun's incredible heat because we are beings of pure fire and energy.
Clear.
Now, please buy Cyberfrog.
Some people would. Yeah, Brian does know his stuff. He does some fantastic work.
Yes, he does. All right, let's see what he has to say.
So let's get right into it, shall we? Rule number 1. That is, make memorable stuff that people want.
Can't do it. That is where most people fail. You know, most people fail at this, making memorable stuff that people want.
How do you explain cash grab?
Yeah, how do you explain it? I always forget it. I'm always like, oh yeah, cash grab, back cash grab.
Mm.
And people are like, no. So rule 1, fail.
That might just seem painfully obvious, but really it's critical, because if people don't like what it is that you're making, you don't want to make it because there won't be enough people to enjoy it. So let me explain what I mean.
I told this to my cat when I locked the cat in the basement. I said, nobody wants what you're making.
Ethan,
What?
check the campaign.
Okay, here we go, everyone. Let's check the campaign and see where we are at right now.
I was watching some of that in the bathroom. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I want to hear what you guys have to say. That's the dream, isn't it?
It is the dream. It is definitely the dream. Okay, so we're going to go look at all the campaigns. Let's look at Graveyard Shift, Volume 3, exclusive variants. We see that we picked up a couple more back.
Yeah, we passed $78,000. Thank you, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you all for that. Starblades, Volume 1 by Kyle Ritter. Let's refresh that and see. No, we haven't moved yet, but we're really close to 206. We'd like to see that number change. But this is great. Tremendous success for Kyle. Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell. Matt Martin's Icy Cold Horror Western Epic picks up a couple more backers.
Yeah, that's what she said. It moved.
That's exciting. Rainbow the Brute, as we discuss Severed Unicorn Heads. We got a couple more people interested because of those Severed Unicorn Heads. And now here's the big one tonight as we close out Creed Reimaginary 1 and 2. And as we find ourselves on the precipice of 2021 without having a single campaign thus far having reached 6 figures. This is a moment of do or die.
Wait, this moment right now?
Right now, as I hit refresh.
Wait, we got to off ourselves?
No, because I'm saying we'll probably do. When I say that, I'm taking a risk because if we don't, then we will die. But I think if I refresh, I think we're going to be okay.
Well, I figured with the cult leader thing, I thought maybe that was the signal.
No, we're at 100,000. 6 figures, young lady. Congratulations to Trent Kanuga. Congratulations to Comicsgate. As we once again prove that, look, crowdfunding is great. Crowdfunding is alive and well, and people who want to produce their comic books, as long as they offer something that people really, really want and that is memorable, like Brian Pulido says, and as long as I publish it, you will get to 6 figures, guaranteed. So, congratulations to Trent. That's what a great moment, guys.
Fantastic.
Historic.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Another resurrection from the 90s. Rocketing to success on the first campaign.
So now do we get the big announcement?
Oh, snap.
All right. So in the 1990s, actually, let me start here. My father, Holiday, collected comic books in the 1980s along with me. Was a big fan into the early 90s. Loved Conan. And was a big fan of this particular artist as well. In fact, my dad introduced me to this artist's work.
For Zeta?
What? He was collecting this particular book that he was working on, and he thought one of the lines of dialogue was so funny. He said, "Come look at this, son." And I looked at it, and he said, "You gotta check out this artwork. This guy is fantastic. What is his name here?" And we looked at it, and I think we pronounced it wrong. Okay, when we first saw the name, but we were very excited about this artist, and I started to go, "Wow, I actually like this guy more than I like." I'm shivering as I say this, more than I like Todd McFarlane. And Todd McFarlane was up until that point my favorite artist. My favorite current modern artist. But this guy came in and was just better. It was just better by all every imaginable measure. Later on, right when I met Andrea at the mall, when I was working doing sketches, I was doing head sketches at the mall for people. That's how I was making my living. There was a comic book store, and people were still selling comics. Comics were still making a lot of money. And one morning, I showed up and opened up my stand, and the comic book store opened and said, "Hey, Ethan, have you seen this new comic that just came out from Image? It's
Rob
called
Liefeld.
Pit. Pit number 1 by my favorite artist, Dale Keown.
Yeah.
And I asked Dale if he would do Cyberfrog, and he said no. So we got no. I'm just kidding. Went to Dale Keown during the '90s and begged him to please do a Cyberfrog cover for me. And Dale was very, very busy doing other things. Dale was a musician, and he was rolling in image money. Of course, it was the '90s. It was a great time, but we kind of stayed in touch. Talked every now and then. Dale knew that I was a big fan of his. All right. So recently, Dale Keown, out of the blue, reached out to me and said, "Hey, I saw one of your videos, and pretty cool." And we just started talking. And I said, "I know I've asked this before. I'm going to ask you again."
Oh wait, gritted teeth, just like Andrea. I know I asked you before, Dale.
That's me getting ready. Well, sometimes that's when I'm drunk, and then other times that's when I'm prepared to get punched in the face with a no. And look, I know I've asked you before, and I'm going to ask you again. I was like, how do you feel about how much would it cost? Is there a price that would get you to draw Cyberfrog for me? Because that's been my dream. My dream has been Dale Keown Cyberfrog cover. And Dale said, "I'd love to." He didn't even have to list a price. He just said, "I'd love to." Arranged a nice deal for him. He is going to be doing a wraparound cover for Cyberfrog 3 Red Extermination. I have shivers saying this because Dale Keown is somebody who, like I said, an enormous influence on everybody sitting here.
Yeah.
We all love his work. His work.
Hit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hulk was the book that my dad thought Peter David was funny. I was like, shame on you, Dad. So Dale Keown is going to be doing the wraparound cover for Cyberfrog 3. He's going to start it pretty soon. He's wrapping up a little bit of work. In the meantime, I couldn't wait. Okay. I couldn't wait. I have not given Dale any instructions yet. I plan on saying, I actually sent him, Dale Keown's the first person who's getting the toys. I sent him the toys already so that he could use them, as models. I sent him everything. He should be getting that package tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm shaking. I'm shaking over this.
Heather Antos, please don't try to cancel.
Could you leave people alone? Let's preface that.
Tom King, can you please leave people alone for making money just because you don't agree with them? Like, a little bit of tolerance, please. Tom
All
King.
I want to do is be able to hire people. In this industry right now, people are not making the money that they used to. I've got money to pay. I would like to be able to hire people. If people disagree with me on some level, don't want to work with me because I don't have the money to pay, or because they just don't like me personally, let them make that choice. This peer pressure bullshit has to stop. So as I was saying before, I have not given Dale any instructions. I didn't really say, look, I just said, will you do me a sketch of Cyberfrog before we get there? It's like, can I have a taste? Just draw Cyberfrog for me. And Dale did draw Cyberfrog. And I'm going to show it to you guys. This is the first time anyone has seen this.
Screenshots. Screenshot ready.
Here we go. I might make this a trading card, or it might be a poster or anything like that. I'm not really sure, but this is Dale Keown's first pass at Cyberfrog. We'll get it, we'll get it down. He's like, I'm having a little trouble with this and that. This is his first pass at my character. And here we go. Boom. Dale Keown.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Cyberfrog.
Oh, fuck. That's a sketch?
Yes, indeed. So.
Holy smokes.
How is it a sketch?
It's a sketch, man.
It's his color, too.
That thing's moving 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's in 3 dimensions, man. It's gorgeous.
You can see where he's used the toys as the reference, actually, which is beautiful.
That's what I'm going to, he'll have the toys. Everybody's going nuts in the chat right now, as you should. Thank you very much for getting Trent Kanuga to 100,000. I would have held on to this for another month if if we didn't make that deal. But
his colors, too?
No, this is our boy Kyle Ritter, his colors. So we're ready for this. This is Dale Keown's first pass at Cyberfrog. It is fucking awesome. It is great. It is incredible. I am going to get him to do Salamandroid and Heather Swain and the Vespis, and of course Cyberfrog for the wraparound. We've got a theme for the cover to issue 3. It is going to be, can I say, bigger than Jay Lee's cover? Jay Lee's cover was excellent. I still stare at it every single day and love it. But we've got great stuff coming up, guys. And who's making this happen? You guys are making this happen. You guys in the crowd. The reason why we can get great talent to work on our characters and our books is because we have the money to do it, because we have great support. We have enthusiastic backing and support from comic book fans. Tremendous support, excitement. This isn't just people who kind of bored out of their minds trudge to the comic shops every Wednesday and just buy whatever's on the stand and then have like buyer's remorse. These are people who are excited about Cyberfrog. They've been on eBay. They buy every single Cyberfrog thing that comes out. And because of that level of support, we're able to hire talent of my dreams. I've wanted this for absolutely ever. We are going to we're going to rock it. We're definitely going to rock it. And we'll see what happens after the wraparound cover. Like the other stuff might be discussed.
And this is an amazing piece, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? So this isn't even the wraparound cover yet. So this is like flooring me, and it's not even the wraparound cover yet. This may be.
This is just a trading card, or no, it might be a cover. I might turn it into a cover somewhere because I really really like it.
I want to see this as a poster, like one of those oversized posters. Man, that thing's killer.
People are saying make it
really
full screen. I can't make it full screen. I don't know how to do that, but what I can do is just put it on Twitter, if we want to, so that people can have a better look at it. I'll do that a little bit later, but
sweet.
What can I say? I have tremendous respect for Dale Keown. I'm a big fan of his. When it comes to comics, his are eternal. If those of you who are kind of new to comics, who are here because of Star Wars or for any other reason, or just learning or just becoming comic book fans, Pit #1. Go to eBay, buy a copy of Pit, buy any issue of Pit drawn by Dale Keown, buy any Dale Keown, Keown, buy any of his comics, and you are going to see what you're in for. We all learned at his feet. You look at artists like Rob Willis. Rob Willis is going to lose his mind when he finds out about this.
Yeah.
Rob's like his disciple.
That was a big reason that I brought Rob on to do Ruiner. I don't know if you guys noticed any similarity between Hulk, Pit, and Ruiner, but this is all from my love of Dale Keown. So, and that's why I brought Rob on to do that.
Yeah, he's great.
It's fantastic.
That's great. All right. So
I do have to ask you though, is his cover, his wraparound, is he going to do line work? Because his line work, his hatching, all that stuff is gorgeous, man.
I'm leaving it up to him. I mean, he's he's got his own technique. He's got his own thing. I told him I really like Pit #1. Like Pit #2 was great, and all of his pits are all of his books are great. But he inked himself with the #2, I think, Sable Brush with Pit #1, and there's this dirty kind of really grungy thing that happened with it that I haven't seen him really do since. And I asked him, and he said, yeah, he could. It's like, I can do that again.
Can I tell you where some of that grunge came from?
Where?
Dale was actually, you can ask him about this too. He was super upset with the printing on Pit 1 because the lettering wasn't done by computer. They had done lettering on acetate sheets, see-through sheets. So when they were shooting the film for it, they were actually shooting it through the acetate. So it created a bit of a dirt, almost kind of grime to the line art.
Boy, does it look good.
It does. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really looks good. So, Scott Williams inked Pit #2, right? I mean, it looked a little bit more.
The cover, some of the insides, I think. And then didn't he get like Mark Farmer for a while?
Mark Farmer inked his Hulk run, which is magnificent as well. I mean, it's all good, but there's something there with that first issue that I really, really like. And he knew what I was saying when I told him I liked it. He knew what the difference was. We got John Malin. This is, for those of you who don't know, Dale Keown. This is Dale Keown's Pit.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude.
That was he's one of the best muscle guys in the entire comic book industry. Like what he was doing with his rendering and like the veins. I mean, just everything he was smanging it.
Yeah.
Smashing and banging. What's he working on now? He's not doing comics now, is he?
Yes, he is. He's working on something for somebody else. I don't know if it's official that people know, but he's finishing it up, and then he's going to do a little work for me. And I recommend that people look. Who wouldn't buy this right now?
Yeah,
I can introduce this to a whole new audience. I really can. And
can't hate on chains, man.
Look at those chains.
Yeah. Hey, man, I gotta go. I got early morning, so thank you for having me on the stream, and congratulations to All Caps, to Trent, Comicsgate, massive first 6-figure campaign of the year, and that huge news, man. Oh, hello,
beauteous.
Here's that.
Let's see that shirt again.
The Batman
magnificent.
Shirt.
Yes, yeah.
You talking to me, punk? It looks like fucking Clint Eastwood. Hey, bitch. Fucking give me some.
All right, thanks, Dan. Have a good night.
You too, guys. See you later, guys. Bye.
See you, man.
We're still moving. We're still going with Trent Kanuga's Creed, and it is now the first campaign to hit 6 figures, the first of many this year. Let me see here. Looking at Trent Kanuga's Creed, $100,134. 2 more backers coming at it. We're going to close this thing out right. And thank you everyone who came in and supported this. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you for those people who supported Snowman: A Cold Day in Hell. $92,000 for Matt Martin. We want to remind you to back Graveyard Shift Volume 3, the exclusive variants.
5 days left. Yeah,
5 days on that. We'll do a closeout stream for that one too. We're gonna be doing a lot of closeout streams. I'm launching. I'm going to be launching a new campaign pretty soon. As soon as we start shipping warts and all, which is right around the corner, I'm going to have something ready. Charlie's London, from East Lane to the Limelight. So close, Charlie's.
I know, it's so. It's within touching distance, isn't it? It's really it's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't.
Yeah, and again, Comicsgate. So Dale Keown's coming over here. This book here is officially licensed by the Charlie Chaplin estate. This is endorsed by Charlie Chaplin's family. This project right here, it's a Comicsgate project. So guys, feel free, run in there and back that bad boy.
Let's get this one to 50,000. We're right on the edge of that, and I know that we can do it. I know that we can. Starblades, of course. Kyle Ritter, fantastic colorist, fantastic artist. And again, this is really something to be proud of.
Yeah,
I think this was
one of the most talented Comicsgate creators out there. Kyle can draw, he can color, apparently he can animate, and he can pick out a good tune, and he can't even hear.
That's right. How did he choose that music?
Oh.
Wait, are we being conned?
Oh shit! It's Stevie Wonder all over again.
He just knew the right song to put in there. It's perfect.
Yeah.
$206,200. And again, this is great. Like, this is what kind of inspired me to start publishing other things. Like, I just went Starblades. Yeah, let's publish that. This was at $175,000 and it's just been sitting there. And as soon as we came in and said we're going to publish it, you just saw that so much of backing and funding is based on faith. And so, people need to have faith that you're going to be able to fulfill and print and get these books out to people. Once you can demonstrate that you're able to do that many, many times, your funding is going to increase. So it's important that you finish the book, fulfill it as quickly as possible, and let people know that you're for real. And this is your own little publishing business. So congratulations. I'm really happy to see that. Like, Kyle just made like another $31,000 just for coming over to. That's not even. I should have asked for more money.
You didn't run it past me. We could have negotiated something with Kyle.
I didn't. I'm not even close to that.
Well, next time.
What am I doing?
You'll get them.
You'll
get them.
Just DM me next time. Like, Adam, I'm about to, like, right, well, if you want the best deal, here's the deal. If you want to be fair, it's something different, maybe. But
I felt bad about it. I was like, okay, so I'm going to take this percentage, and then so basically it's going to be about this much money.
Well, it's fee for service, but
I felt awful. And then boom, it's like he's made just by saying okay, he made like way more than that. And
this is a special case, Starblades, because you kind of stepped in to say, listen, this is important for Comicsgate that this book comes out. How can I help you? And, you stepped into there. You guys didn't negotiate to make a deal. And I think the deal, you've announced the deal before, like that you're doing with Trent, that you're doing with Matt. That's a fantastic deal for the creator. And it's a good deal for your company. So this is different. And maybe you would do something different on a Starblades 2 or on another project, but you offered to help. So when you help, you don't, often going to submit like a big bill for that.
Yeah. This is careful, EVS. You're going to lose him as a colorist. He's too good. I got to keep letting him.
You don't want to compliment him too much,
Okay, that's the way that goes. And then also, of course, thanks for backing Rainbow the Brute tonight. That picked up a few more backers as well. Very, very grateful to that. For that, once we get Warts and All fulfilled, I am launching the Blood Honey box that everybody has been asking for. A lot of people, well, not everybody, but a lot of people have said we would like a box to match the honeycomb box that we can put blood honey in. They are going to have, they're going to have Amphibionics 1 and 2 collected. That's going to be in there as a bonus book. And the other thing that we're going to offer is we're going to offer the second printing of Blood Honey, of Cyberfrog Blood Honey, which is going to contain 1998. We're going to have a silver version and we're going to have a white version. And they are going to come with silver Salamandroid and Cyberfrog PVCs and white unpainted Cyberfrog and Salamandroid PVCs. So we think that's a pretty good campaign offering. We think that's going to be fun for people. We'll launch that as soon as Warts and All is funding. It's going to be kind of a.
Are you doing a full box with that content in it as well as an empty box if you want to take your?
You're going to have the choice. You're going to have the choice to, yeah, there'll be plenty of different options. If you just want the box, you can get just the box.
Cool.
If you want to get one of everything, we'll have that as well.
You're doing a limited run on the boxes of what, 2,000 or so?
No, we're not. The reason why we're crowdfunding it is because we don't want to limit it. We want to see, originally we were going to make 1,000 of each and then just put them up on eBay, on eBay. And just see what they. But people said we think you're going to sell more than 1,000 of them, and I don't know about that. But let's find out how many people want. And we do have the silver and white Salamandroid Cyberfrog sets are limited to 1,000 each. So those are limited, but the boxes themselves we'll make as many as we sell. And we think that'll work out. All right. Let me read some super chats. Is the Jack show tonight, John? Am I holding you here?
No, I'm going to leave in about 10 minutes for it. So we're going to start at 11:30.
Okay, let me. We already made our goal with Creed, so I'm going to get to work, I think. But let me see. Take some money and go to the ophthalmologist. Hey, EVS, Dan Shaheen wants the link. Hold on a second. Where am I? No, he doesn't. Joined your Patreon today. I feel like I read most of these, but I know I did. Wow, Postman loved you this week. Charlie and Yan, says Charlie's London. So that's
Yan wanted me to send that to you because you were showing all your stuff, and obviously he sent his artwork to you, didn't he? So he just was like, wanted to remind you that he sent that. That was all it was.
Julia D2 says, I'll take a vinyl sticker for the car over a patch. I've got a bunch of those. I should actually be sending those to people pretty soon. Brad Frederick says he was only able to charge $40 because he raised $3.5 million. And he already had the infrastructure in place. You figure your figure campaign is going to be fantastic. Yeah, I got to figure out what I'm going to charge for my Cyberfrog toys. I don't have the infrastructure in place, but we'll figure it out. Cecil says Cash Grab Comics was in serious talks with McFarlane Toys to produce Diddle Me Cecil and Peck Me Oxmall, but then we saw Venom Cecil. Then he saw it. Yeah,
that'll break a deal. Yeah.
Eric McIntyre says there are two people in Comicsgate that like patches. The rest of us like comics, ashcans, sketches, and original art, which is what I usually deliver. So, okay. Mandy Summers says, thank you, EVS. Hope you enjoy some Super Dead. Projects Done Poorly says, Uncle E can't wait to see all caps books and Comicsgate books being sold at Nerdrotic's future Comicsgate store. Yeah, I can't either. That's going to be fun. Roger H says, animated Donald DeLay got my Brutus books. Thank you, sir, says Tweeter Trash. Is Donald DeLay? Is Donald DeLay shipping Brutus? Is everybody getting their Brutus books?
I think so. I've seen people with them.
Yeah, a couple of pictures. So
I've heard he was shipping. Yeah.
Julia D2 again says 3D Robin, full side-scrolling beat 'em up of comic or Cyberfrog on Steam. That could make a lot of cash. So much untapped potential. Ethan, do it. Slime Marbo says Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Hey Ethan, did you address the problem with the beanies and the all caps emblems hats? Mine have a screwed up or missing emblem. No, let me take a look at that and we'll talk it through. Comics Exposed says, what happened to Dan Shaheen? I didn't go. I didn't show up on his show. I slept through it. Rockbiter says, hail EVS, hail Trent. Dan needs help. Only 2.5 subscribers, 2,500 subscribers, 2,500 subscribers. Even having all the biggest names in comics these days on every week. LOL. Is it Dan Shaheen or Dan Frago? Who's he talking about?
Dan Shaheen, he's talking about.
Trent attending for the Fans Fest, says Don Dillon. He's invited. He's definitely invited. Julia D2 says, make Cyberfrog on Steam, side-scrolling beat-em-up style. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is, and you can too. Millions on the table. I don't know how to do it. I would have to get someone else to do it, like 3D Robin. Kimberly Moriarty says, Trent, what did you draw in League? He's gone. Sorry. Antoine Dennison says, Trent, were you inspired by the film Legend? I read that one. VT Sweetie says, can you shout out to a Hispanic patriot? It is my husband. Hello, a Hispanic patriot. P.S. We want all those action figures. Please make them. We will. And Anthony Figueroa says, appreciate the love, brother. Glad the shirt is the right size. Lombardi says, can't wait to read your comic, Trent. Ranford Crone says, hail, guys. Congrats to both of you. I'm super hyped for the future of All Caps Comics. Don't even have a stake in it. Never stop, Ethan. Mark should recognize... Mark should make EVS recognize the title. I read that one. On the Yoka fat whatever. This better not be porn. Jesus, start at the top. You missed a lot of super chats, says Julia D2. Read that one. Perform the last piece of George, says Michael Roth. No, I don't think so. CJ Corella says, for the love of God, Adam is right there. Plug his mermaid marginalized book. Yeah, I forgot to plug mermaids. Julia D2 says, Ethan, you are bad at reading super chats. I'm doing the best I can. I got a show to put on. 200 Watt Studio says, EVS wants Anna to make love to Adam in the margins.
What?
Donna Chin says, back Creed tonight, or Don Chin, back Creed tonight. Congrats to Trent and EVS. Thank you for allowing us to use Rainbow the Brute and Mark Polton's U.S. Assassin and Beard Zerker on Indiegogo.
From Don Chin. Yep.
Yeah. Don Chin licensed Rainbow the Brute for his comic, so that is official. I got a lot of people going, is this allowed? I'm like, yeah, it's allowed. He paid for it. Brian Kriskow says, just a friendly reminder that the campaign for Six Gun Gorilla Cemetery Without Crosses just launched, and we're already at 78% of our goal. Julia D2 says, go grab my belt is better. Matt Cow says, you should have held on to your Doge. Is it up? Like, what's it, Doge?
It's up, man. Dogecoin. It's gone to the moon.
Nice.
It was like 5 cents like a week ago, and now it's at, I think, 20 to 30 cents. Like,
no,
if you've invested in that, you're doing all right today.
Hold on a second.
Really careful with crypto, guys.
See, now Mike told everyone don't invest in Dogecoin.
Mike was wrong.
And so what do? I say, I hate Mike so much, I'm going to invest in Dogecoin. If this thing gets to $1, I'm going to be a millionaire.
Million.
Yeah. So go on Doge to the moon.
Amazing. 20 cents, it said on this article. I haven't seen the actual price right now, but that's great. Julia D2 says, get on those super chats, Boomer. Roger H gives me a thumbs up. Anchor Fist says, can't stop, won't stop. Matt G says, you ever make your own pies? How's your baking skills? Not good. Julia D2 says, go grab my belt is better because you made Blood Honey do it. Inquisitor Seraph says, YouTube is being a lot harsher with music now. Yeah, I noticed. Project's Done Poorly says, all right, no Flint Flossie from Mama Susan, time to revolt. Adam is the real human Sunbeam, says Tweeter Trash. It's nice to see Tweeter Trash in here.
I know, I love him. He's good people.
It's been a while. Weebrat94 says, I just did some research on you, T-Bear. I didn't realize you are Art T-Bear. Dude, your X-Men run work was awesome. How does he not realize that it's
Art? Well, some of us used to think his name was Art Thiebert. That was me. But yeah, he's a super legendary.
He is
super. Everybody in New York used to think it was Archie Bear. Yeah.
No. Sarticon DM says, should have sent sketch to Dan while you slept. Oh, that would have been funny. Yeah, sketch therapy on Dan Shaheen. That would have been the shit. Oh my god.
I missed that one.
Yeah, I'm in here. I'm in Ethan's place, motherfucker.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
There you go.
There you go, Dale. You do. Yeah, he does a good sketch.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Sketch, I don't understand. Why do we need a Comicsgate? We have other comics companies. Dale?
Dale's an ass.
Come on, Dale. We missed
Dale,
you.
what is Dale? What is wrong with Dale tonight? Not Dale Keown, Dale, Agent of Chaos.
No, we can't hear Adam. No.
Okay. Donald DeLay said, yes, 186 domestic left, 160 international out of 1,100 packages. So that's Brutus is going out.
Awesome.
Snarkticon DM says, I just went on my online shop and bought $100 worth of Pit issues. Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
Zayd Comics
Won't
says,
regret it. It's a great book.
Yeah, seriously, you'll love it. Zayd Comics says, hail, Comicsgate, awesome news. Do you think there's a possibility we will ever see Pit back and being crowdfunded? Congrats on Creed. Yeah, I mean, if enough people ask Dale Keown to bring back Pit and crowdfund it, I just want to see these guys get paid. I'm tired of it. I know that they're not getting paid anymore, and so it'd be great if we could make that happen. Jeremy Burt says, "Congrats, Ethan. Cyberfrog 3 can't get here soon enough. I also got 2 sets of membership cards. Oh, congrats. I guess we double ship them to some people." Rankabot says, "Congrats, Ethan, Trent, and all caps." On the 2021 $100,000 campaign. We did it, and that Keown piece is so sweet. Another win for all caps. Tommy says, all caps Pit, make it happen, Uncle E. I would love to. That'd be great. Yeah, no problem. Cumberbatch Pepperpot says, is there an original of this piece? Is it digital? I believe there is an original. I don't have it yet, but I hope to have it soon. And it's a pencil sketch. It's just a pencil. It's not inked. Snarticon DM says, Dale Keown on Cyberfrog 3. Sir, here's a blank check with my name on it. Fill in any amount and I will pay it. Just the cover. Cumberbatch Pepperpot says, can't wait to see his Salamandroid. That sounds a little gay, but I can't wait either. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see the way he draws Heather and all of this stuff is going to be, I'm very excited about it. Horseradish says, greetings to all. Keep up the good work. Never stop. You're all great. Snarkticon DM goes Keown and then a bunch of smiley faces with hearts for eyes. Eddie Winkler says, spill the beans, Pie Man. Unhinged Entertainment says, get Creed to 100K. I backed 2 times already. While you're on Indiegogo, also go back Absolute Book 2. The epic conclusion to the story arc of a lone bounty hunter thrust into a war he didn't ask for. Shant and Jetty is here. Fantastic artist. Says, when do I get to find out that I was right with my guess? Pronounced Shant and Jetty. Hank Azaria considers mispronouncing my name a hate crime. He's Indian. Love the trading cards. Thank you, Shant. Appreciate it. And I love your artwork. And thank you for sending me that original drawing. Snarkticon DM says, poor Brian looks like Bam. Dinnerman says, Brian Pulido is a really nice guy. Super cool dude. I agree. Timothy Fitzgerald says, I have a Sherpka German Shepherd mix, and he is a rodent killing machine. He has bagged over 24 squirrels and 3 rats in my backyard. Oh. Good boy. I am says, I am the I am says, did you see the video of Sam Hyde prophetically predict a female cop mistakenly shoot someone instead of tasering? I did. What a great video. Wow. Brian Rickard says, are you going to do a variant for Jeff Johns Geiger? No plans, and I haven't been invited. 200 Watt Studio says, Ethan, please finish super chats before the Jack show. Snarkticon DM says, is Graham working code for Grana happening? Dinner Mints goes, Dale, you good, bro? He's talking to the Dale on the stream.
Oh yeah, I like Dinner Mints. He's a good guy.
Brian Rickard says, where is Graham Nolan and Cecil? Okay, I think Comicsgate is the ground level, says Robert Romano. We reach for the stars and maybe we'll hit the moon. Thank you guys for something important to believe in. Comicsgate. Dinner Mints for $10 says Comicsgate isn't a small group. I can 100% confirm people are scared. Not all of them conservative. They just want comics to be good. I wish they'd speak out instead of bitching over beers. Snarkticon DM says, EVS lost my backing money at the blackjack table. That's not true. I win at blackjack. Dan Shirt is amazing. I need that, says Camel Moon. Snarkticon DM says, Charlie's is correct. Modern comics just don't care. All I buy are back issues. Just bought over $200 worth of burned She-Hulk and spent a few hundred on Comicsgate books. Jose Garcia's here, great artist. He says, hey, to everyone on the panel, thanks for the stream. We'll be listening while working. Lumina Vox is 91% funded in 4 days. We might get funded tomorrow. John, check your DMs. Need some feedback. Gojirify says Antos is what my mom and dad called the town pump. Okay. ID Crisis says that's the difference between Comicsgate and SJW. Comicsgate fantasies stay on the comic page. Galactic Dude says, anyone have a figure of the greatest DC villain, Snowflame? And if you do, is it true it came with a bag of nose candy? Yeah, Snowflame is a villain who gets his powers from cocaine from DC Comics. Really weird.
Nice.
So is Valiant hiring anyone off of DeviantArt, says Pete Callan. Dinnerman says, I love comics and have a pirate's chest full of comics. Sad to say, it's been a while since I bought any comics. Epstein's Ghost says, you guys look like a Justice League Brady Bunch intro. Keep up the great work, guys. And Galactic Dude says, Ethan, you genius. Any chance you'll be making a life-size pleasure doll of Heather Swain? If not a Heather Swain fleshlight model after her hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Just
these are good questions.
They're not good questions. Draco says
Salamandroid anal beads.
Oh no.
Dale, why does Dale have to bring it right in the gutter, man?
Yeah.
Take that long tail.
Betty Anderson says, got my cards today. They look amazing. Thank you, Betty. Draco says, I like supporting you in your projects. It just kind of felt like I was ripping you off getting a second set of cards. No, we don't care. Rankabot says, get a plushie rolling for Rainbow. And thanks for the trading cards. They're so sweet. Agent DeCamp says, you are right, EVS. I'm missing P4 and P5. I put the wrong numbers down. You're all moron says, hey, E, got my trading card 10-pack today. Love the human sunbeam decal on the envelope. I needed a laugh today. Thanks. You're welcome. Thank you. Julia D2 says, one more thing. End campaign's on a Friday, not Thursdays. People get paid on Fridays. Use your business sense. Most people are broke till tomorrow. We can't really control where it ends. I mean, we can control where it launches, and then you'd have to plan very carefully to control when it ends.
The will of Indiegogo. Then you can't launch it on your day that you want to launch it if you time it to the day. Yeah, so
that's right. Someone on the panel, please make love to Graham Nolan, says Snarkticon DM.
Consider it done.
I've already done that.
Yeah, he's in New York. He's like 2 hours away. No problem.
Oh, my God. Flicks by Cody says, hurry up and ship Starblades. Kimberly Moriarty says, my super chat was a question for Trent. I now vote for John Malin, #Wolf campaign.
Thank you.
200 Watt Studio says, Art Dunk on 100-year-old moonshine has his son made. Wait, Art Dunk on 100-year-old moonshine his son made. Super Comic Fun Time says, I haven't opened anything in a year. All my comics are sitting in various places around my home until I have some proper time to open and enjoy.
Cool.
Let's see. Sarkcon DM says, praise the real mail-in, except no substitute. Projects Done Poorly says, John, what channel is the Jack Show on?
Kelsey's tonight, I do believe. Oh, and he's got a great new intro that he's shown in there. It's funny. So, if you guys can, check it out.
I was asleep. Had to go on Shaheen, says Sarkcon DM. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch it. 200 Watt Studio said you missed a bunch of super chats. David Bowser says my Spawn set came today too, still in the FDX box. Sarkcon DM says make the channel Mark Gormley videos 24/7. Super Comic Fun Time says got my comic card pack today. Uncle Ethan can't wait to open them. OC Steve said first time for everything. Get Flint Flossie on. And we're done. We did it. I got through all the super chats. That was a lot of super chats. Thank you for sending me a lot of money. Appreciate it. Except Sergey Barangard says, will you accept Doge for comics? I'd be a fool not to right now.
Yeah, man.
It is 20 cents. They're right.
Look, and I did it just to spite Mike.
Yeah, I wasn't watching. I would have done it to spite Mike.
I'm like, oh, this is the loser one, Mike. It's cheap AF. I'm gonna buy the shit out of it.
And not only is it cheap, like it doubled in value. I mean, that's the thing.
It's more than doubled. It's at 20. It's up to like 33 cents today. It may have settled back down to 20, but yeah, that's more. At least where I bought it, it's more than double. So
I had some, but I got rid of it. Whoop, whoop. I made a penny on it. I think I bought it at like 5 cents and I sold it at 6 cents. And I was like, that's nice. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I heard Mike say that. I'm like, I'm getting that, man. Shit out of it.
You should post that the best financial advice you ever took was ignoring Mike S. Miller.
Yeah.
All
right, I got to bounce, guys. Everyone have a great night.
All right, I'm closing out. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, John. Everyone go over to the Jack Show. Thank you so much for making this show a success. We are 6 figures on Creed. Let's get to 6 figures on Snowman and on Graveyard Shift 2. Thank you, everyone. Oh, and on Alien Alamo, even though Graham's not here right now. Back Alien Alamo. Love you all, and I will see you again soon.
Big congrats to Trent and Ethan. Great job on the campaign. More to come.
Hi, Cecil. You gotta go. Bye, everyone.
What about Cash Grab?